I'm Captain Lisa Lopez. I was in the U.S. Army, proud Army vet, Gulf War vet, Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm vet. And I teach computer science here at USC Upstate. This is my 8th year teaching here, but altogether my 20th year teaching. I was initially inspired to serve in the military because I come from a military family for several generations. I mean, literally a military family. We have family members that were in the Air Force, that were in the Army, that were in the Marines. I have a cousin that's in the Navy. So we have multiple generations, which inspired me to serve. And then as well, my son, my oldest son, also is an Army vet. So that legacy still continues to this day. One of the things that I liked about being in the military is that there was this brotherhood, this sense of family, and this sense of wanting to help other people. Of course, we're there in the military, we're protecting our country, and in order to do that, you have to work with other people. And now I still see that carried over into the classroom. It's wanting to help that next generation excel. I actually got commissioned while I was in college. And I went through ROTC, and then I was a distinguished military graduate, and then went on active duty, got promoted fairly quickly, at least as quickly as the military would let you. And through that, I didn't realize that that foundation that I was getting then of helping young people, and at the time I was young myself, that would still carry over into the classroom today. There is. Higher education is actually serving the people, just like being in the military is also serving the people. I was a military officer, so I was responsible for making sure that as a unit we excelled and we met our goals and we achieved them. Well, it's the same thing with higher education. Every 16 weeks, we have goals that we have to meet for credentialing purposes. The students have goals that they need to meet and skills they need to learn for employment purposes as, you know, they matriculate through academia. So those two work really, really well together. At this particular university, USC Upstate, it's a government agency. The military is a government agency. It just seemed like a great fit. I decided to teach here at Upstate. There are a lot of reasons. One of the ladies that recruited me, Tanya Miller, Dr. Tanya Miller, she's also a Marine veteran, and she was like, hey, they need some computer science professors. And she knew that, you know, we have this military bond. Even though I was Army, she was Marine, it still worked out great. We always look out for each other. And then, of course, they needed people in the classroom. It seemed like a natural fit. So it's right here in town. A lot of the students see me outside of the classroom. They introduce me to their parents when they're together. So it just seems like the thing to do, and I enjoy it. I honestly enjoy it. I don't think anyone would do something for 20 years and not enjoy it. I've been recognized by the sports teams here. Every year they give out, you know, some of the recognition to the faculty members. I've had that from the softball team, from the soccer team. I mean, just super, super cool. You know, it's a cool thing to do. Let's see, the Christian Club has sent me something as well. So I enjoy it. It brings back memories. I think interacting with the students keep me young. It's like this one student told me last week. She was like, you know, Professor Lopez, you're sort of hip. You know, you seem like you're hip. And my job is to get them to go from thinking about hip and street slang and everything else that comes with it to realizing they're professional, educated adults that are going to go into the workforce. One of the resources that really, really helps veterans, we actually have a lot of them. They start off, they go through the admissions process, and then especially if they are working with the GI Bill, the post 9/11 GI Bill, then Our admissions people lets them know, okay, this is what you have, this is how much you qualify for. And then, of course, they integrate them into the classroom system. We have veteran instructors like myself. And of course, during the first day, I'll always try and get to know every one of the students. I have them do an introductory icebreaker. And that's when I definitely find out who the veterans are. And because of that, I make sure that I look at them a little closer to make sure that they're not burning out, to make sure that they're doing well, that they're making the adjustment. And I like that. I like that they have access to faculty and staff that were military vets and that understand them and that understand, okay, I'm going from this world where we use all of this military jargon to now we have to use the civilian language. So I think that puts them at ease when they see that and when they realize that. Because a lot of them, they'll say, well, where were you stationed? This is where I was stationed. What was your MOS? And what did you do? So I get to speak with them like that. And once you do that and break that ice, they feel totally, totally welcome. And I know that they come by and they visit, they stay after class and talk to me. Some show up a little bit early. So they still have that mindset that, okay, we're this unit and the unit sticks together. And I like that because throughout all the military, it was like, no one's left behind, no one's left behind. You bring that battle buddy along with you. And here we are, now they have academic battle buddies. So we try and make sure that, as we say, they're good to go. I am happy to see that USC Upstate is a military veteran-friendly place. Really, really is. And at one point, I thought that I saw a little sticker around on somebody's office door and one of the administrator's office door that says, you know, we're one of the friendliest places for military vets. So I'm really, really proud of that. I'm happy to be affiliated with USC Upstate as a military veteran, as a Gulf War veteran. USC Upstate is a military-friendly place. And we had different stickers and things around campus that indicated that. And you see it when you see soldiers walking down the hall in uniform. I passed this kid last week. I didn't know him, and he came down the hall in his uniform. And I'm thinking, oh, it's the beginning of the month. He must have had drill. You know, the reserves, we say drill. So he must have had drill. And of course, they're the National Guards, and they're the people that retired from the military, and the people that served on active duty and retired, the ones that went in for several years like I did but didn't retire, but we're still veterans, and it impacts our lives every day in every way, in the classroom, outside of the classroom, when we're interacting with faculty and staff, when we're interacting with students. It's a part of us. It becomes a part of who we are. And then you also think about the part that we're playing in society. It's just like the military, our job was to take a group of people and help them, better society. Here, it's the same thing. It's just they don't have guns that they walk around with all the time. They're in the classroom. And it's all about leadership and accomplishing that common goal. And in this particular case, the common goal is to help our students, and especially my military veterans that I love and love seeing them in the classroom, help them reach that next level. We have people from all backgrounds, all socioeconomic levels, all people that have had different lived experiences. And it was that way in the military, and it's that way here at USC Upstate. That's one of the things that I do like about it. It's like from beginning to end. They go through and they actually deal with the dedicated financial aid officer here, and that way they can make sure that it's a stress-free way and that all of the finances are taken care of. They have academic advisors to guide them every step of the way so that they know which classes they're supposed to take and when they're supposed to take them. It's not enough to know which. You have to know which order to take them in and when to take them. And then, of course, I like the fact that I get to actually get to teach some of the military veterans as well. when they come into the classroom. They always identify themselves, so I like that. I try and group them together when I know that there are other vets available. So we have a strong support system for the military veterans here at USC Upstate, and I am proud that as a military veteran, a Army officer, Captain Lopez, that I also get to teach those veterans when they come through the classroom at USC Upstate. So USC Upstate totally deserves the title of Best for Vets. Just got the award, that designation, which is really cool. I think that speaks to the great lengths that we go through at this university to make our vets feel welcome, to make them feel that they belong and that they're included and that they can succeed. It's not just that one thing in a classroom, it's all the way around the entire campus experience. So USC Upstate totally deserves the best for vets in the classroom and at the head of the classroom.